WCBI News at 10 starts now.
Good evening, I'm Tommy Lopez. We have breaking news tonight in Columbus. Police are investigating a shooting that sent a woman to the hospital. They're questioning a possible suspect tonight. It happened here at the Columbus Inn and Suites on Highway 45 approaching downtown. It was just after 7 o'clock. Officers found a woman with a gunshot injury to her leg, and they found gunshots through a window of one of the hotel rooms there. The woman's injuries are not serious. She was taken to Baptist Golden Triangle. She was later released. Police say they are questioning a possible suspect. They're not sure what led to the shooting. Law enforcement in another county are looking tonight for a man they say is armed and dangerous. The Winston County Sheriff's Department says Kevin Carter is the suspect in a homicide. He's accused of killing his girlfriend Sunday night. Deputies do not expect him to turn himself in. Our Selena Schaefer has more.
I personally have been dealing with Kevin for around 20 years. He has been to prison before. We do believe he is armed at this time. We caution our residents not to approach him, just to let us know if they see him. We don't know what's going on with him, what kind of mental state he's in at this point.
Kevin LaDexter Carter is no stranger to the Winston County Sheriff's Department. He is currently accused of fatally shooting his girlfriend, 39-year-old Angela D. Collier of Winston County. Winston County Coroner Scott Gregory says Collier was shot in the leg and the bullet hit a major artery.
We did send her to the Mississippi State Crime Lab for an autopsy that hopefully will be done today or tomorrow. Standard procedure.
Sheriff Jason Pugh says Carter was using an AK-47 semi-automatic assault rifle when he shot Collier. Pugh has had his fair share of run-ins with Carter and speaks from experience when he says Carter doesn't go easily.
He actually has fled in vehicle and on foot from myself and other deputies over the years, so hopefully he realizes the situation that he's in and will go ahead and turn himself over to us, but I don't look for that at this time.
Past encounters with the Sheriff's Department were all on drug-related charges.
Selena, thank you. Pugh says he thinks Carter is still in Winston County. There was another victim in this case, Collier's roommate, who Carter allegedly assaulted. Now, we want to warn you, some people might find these images graphic. We're going to show you some photos that we took today. She didn't want us to use her name, but this is what her injuries looked like, the roommate, after this alleged assault. Both her eye sockets and her navel cavity are broken. Anyone with information in this case can contact the Winston County Sheriff's Department. There's another open meeting tonight for a discussion about policing in Columbus. The consultant the city hired met with people from Ward 5 tonight. This is the second meeting for the public to voice concerns about the Columbus Police Department. Dr. K.B. Turner spoke with people and answered questions tonight. He's been discussing what people can do to help police their own communities. He'll hold 6 total meetings with the public. Mississippi State University is home to a nationally ranked team. They wear uniforms, but these guys don't have an off season. The university's police department was one of the first in the state to receive national accreditation. This week, a team is on campus to determine if the department should be recertified. Our Jory Talley has that story.
It's all about being the best at what they do. The MSU Police Department sets a high bar with accreditation.
A continuous process toward excellence is what the process is all about. I mean, it's never ending. You're always striving to be the best and looking for ways to improve the methods in which you provide service to the communities in which we serve.
It's a voluntary process that takes place every 3 years.
They'll look at our policies and procedures, they'll look at administration, they'll look at our patrol, they'll look at communications, they'll look at our records system and how we go about doing those things.
The MSU officers are all certified state police officers and patrol a city within a city.
We operate just as any major city or county does. We enforce all the traffic laws. We enforce all the criminal laws. So we have a patrol division, we have an investigative division, and we have a support division which conducts our training and our accreditation and other functions throughout the universities.
Going through the steps helps officers to stay on top of law enforcement tactics.
We have currently 34 certified police officers. So we have a big population that we're trying to enforce with a small number of officers. So we try to recruit and maintain some of the most highly qualified and certified officers within the state.
Seeking the best of the best is why several of the officers have their bachelor and master degrees in addition to law enforcement training.
A couple of our officers have attended the FBI National Academy. We have several of our officers are state certified instructors, firearms, defensive tactics, tasers, and so we seek to find the most excellent officers that are out there.
Jory, thank you for that story. And the accreditation team is going to be on campus until Thursday. Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson is with us tonight. Keith, getting cool out there.
It is cool now. We also have this bright, nearly full moon, 92% tonight, shining overhead. That's our Alpha Insurance camera in downtown Columbus. Temperatures, speaking of those cool readings right now, down to the low 40s in Columbus, 40 in Louisville, 43 West Point, 44 in Tupelo, 42 in Winona. In Starkville tomorrow, some high clouds advancing during the morning, 41 and 8 o'clock. We will become overcast by 4 o'clock, 62. So still a mild day for us. Upper 40s, low 50s early tomorrow evening. But look at that. Some showers likely in about 24 hours or less, Tommy. The full forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, looking forward, Keith, to hearing more about that. There's a need for more foster parents in Mississippi. A group held a meeting tonight for people to get more information on how to become foster parents. The group is called 200 Million Flowers. Our Quentin Smith joins us with more.
Tommy, 200 Million Flowers understands the huge need for more foster parents. That's why they're traveling all throughout Mississippi trying to address this issue. Tonight, dozens of families showed up looking to gain more insight on what all it takes to become a foster parent. 200 Million Flowers partners with churches all throughout the state looking to recruit, train, and support resource parents. Now, according to the organization, there's more than 1,500 new foster families that are needed right here in Mississippi, and there's more than 300 kids that are currently available for adoption.
Just being on this journey, I've just seen how hard the social workers work to find placement. I've seen how it impacts the children and their families. And so it just instilled in us a great desire for these kids to have healthy homes to go to.
Now, the organization will be having another orientation tomorrow in Tupelo. At the end of the month, they'll have a 3-day training session at Ole Miss called Rescue 100. And after that training, people can receive their foster care license. Now, for more info on how to become a foster parent, head on over to our website at WCBI.com. Tommy, back to you.
Quentin, thank you. New tonight, work is continuing on a home renovation that's going to help fund a Tupelo pregnancy clinic. Volunteers have been working on this home. This is West Jackson Street in Tupelo. They've been working on it for about a month now. It was purchased by Park Gate Pregnancy Clinic. Volunteers are working on a makeover. When that's done, the house is going to be sold. They're going to flip it. Money is going to go to the clinic.
All right, weather-wise for tomorrow, Valentine's Day, we are in the 50s and low 60s. Dry during the day, rain showers during the night. The full forecast, all the details, all that kind of stuff next.
Your first alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
Here's our weather planner in Tupelo tomorrow, 8 o'clock, 41 degrees. Those clouds are beginning to increase, and we'll thicken them up during the afternoon, 59 for a high for you. And it looks like upper 40s to around 50, 8 o'clock, but those showers will be likely by this time tomorrow evening. Speaking of those showers and storms, they are erupting out here across the high plains, Oklahoma City, just now into the Dallas area west of Austin. This rain, these showers, these storms are moving in our general direction, and we'll have rain around here sometime by early tomorrow evening. Storm chances tomorrow are highest initially over here, southeast Texas. There could be a tornado risk there. And then this complex of storms will rumble across the southern part of Mississippi and Alabama, really along and south of Interstate 20. That's where the air is going to be most unstable. We're going to have a warm front set up somewhere across the central part of the Twin States, and south of that boundary will be where that most unstable air is going to be. Now, farther north where we live, we're going to see the cool side of the system, so a better chance for just some showers with some embedded thunder and lightning. Here's our Futurecast forecast model, honed on into our viewing area tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock. A few showers beginning to appear, but the heaviest rain shield just off to our west. That will move in during the evening hours, and locally heavy rain possible, or at least moderate rain at times, tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. That will all clear out Wednesday morning, and then we're looking at some cooler, drier air as it takes back over on Wednesday afternoon. Anywhere between 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch of rain, give or take. Some spots a little bit more, some spots a little bit less here tomorrow night and Wednesday morning. But tonight, before the rain arrives, we are chilly once again, 37 degrees. Those clouds are very high and thin right now. They will continue to move on in and thicken during our Tuesday, Valentine's Day. We're looking at upper 50s here across the northern part of our viewing area, maybe only mid-50s up there towards Boonville. Farther south, low 60s in the Golden Triangle area, and even a shot at some low 60s, or mid-60s rather, down towards Philadelphia, low 60s in West Alabama. Here's that 7-day forecast. That system will clear out. We're in the 50s Wednesday, down to 30 Wednesday night, and then we are back into the 60s Thursday and Friday. 60s and 70s for the weekend, spring-like as college baseball begins.
I feel like we've been seeing this a lot. We get like a little bit of cold during the weekend, warms back up for the weekend.
Mother Nature just does not want winter to stick around.
I know. All right, Keith, thank you very much. We're saying Aloha Elvis tonight. There's an unveiling tonight for this year's Tupelo Elvis Festival poster. There it is. Tupelo's Sue Scruggs created the artwork. It's a Hawaiian-themed image, lots of bright colors. You can see the flowers there, a guitar. Scruggs says the inspiration, of course, came from the worldwide concert special Elvis, Aloha from Hawaii. The 19th Elvis Festival runs from June 1st through the 4th this year. Leaders say they're going to announce the entertainment lineup coming soon. And we just saw, looks like a nice weekend for the beginning of the college baseball season. Ole Miss is getting ready. Rebels are talking about this season. We're going to hear about them later on tonight. Stay with us. To our Health Talk with Baptist segment. February is Heart Month. Tonight, Baptist is talking about tobacco addiction and how it starts.
Hi, I'm Ryan Thorne, a surgical nurse practitioner in heart, lung, and vascular surgery at Baptist Memorial Hospital, Golden Triangle. Tonight, I want to discuss how tobacco addiction starts and some of the health risks. Tobacco use is an addiction that is learned through the people we associate with on a daily basis. We also learn it from what is culturally accepted and promoted in movies and social gatherings. On average, 23% of teenagers pick up the habit and continue it because they feel like they have reached some aspect of adulthood by doing what is considered an adult habit. This habit is then encouraged by the stimulating effects of nicotine. Nicotine causes the following feelings in your body: increases your heart rate, increases your ability to think clearly, reduces appetite, increases the levels of dopamine in your brain, which can help reduce symptoms of stress such as anxiety and nervousness, produces more endorphins, which can help relieve physical and emotional pain. What both teenagers and adults tend to ignore are all the health risks associated with long-term use of tobacco, which can include the following: hardening of the arteries and blockages, strain on the heart and arteries due to increased heart rate and blood pressure, increased risk of heart attacks and stroke, emphysema, chronic bronchitis, and asthma. Smoking accounts for 90% of all lung cancer and 1 of every 5 deaths in the United States. Men who smoke are 23% more likely to have lung cancer. Join us next time for Health Talk with Baptist, where we will discuss some strategies to help break the nicotine habit.
Mail your topic suggestions to healthtalk@wcbi.com. Health Talk has been brought to you by Baptist Memorial Hospital, Golden Triangle.
There's a former New Hope Trojan who's just been doing it all for Ole Miss. And as the baseball season approaches, he's making a position change. We're talking about Will Golson, and we're going to hear from him next in sports.
Here's WCBI Sports with Tom Ebel.
This Friday, America's pastime returns at the college level. The 2017 baseball season has the promise of being a great one for the Magnolia State, especially for the championship-minded Ole Miss Rebels. One of the key pieces to a Rebel championship run will be returning junior Will Golson. The former New Hope Trojan is changing his position yet again for head coach Mike Bianco, moving from first base to right field. It's the third time in as many years Golson has changed position, and he says he'll do whatever it takes to get a W in the win column.
It's just whatever the coach needs you to do. You go out there and you play hard, you play well, and you just try to do whatever you need to do to win the game. And I think playing out there and showing the freshmen that you can play wherever and you can fit in wherever is probably good.
The greatest compliment I can give him is, Will's never complained. Every time that I've, approached him with the subject of going from short to second, or second to first, or first to the outfield, he's never batted an eye, and it's been a very easy conversation. He's one of those team first kind of guys, and as a coach, you appreciate that. And of course, he's played terrific at all the positions.
Bianco says Golson's athleticism is a main key behind the decision to move him to right field. Now let's take a look at the rest of the lineup for the Ole Miss Rebels. We can expect on opening day Michael Fitzsimmons at first. All-SEC preseason Tate Blackman returns at second base. Preseason All-American Colby Bortles, the senior, one of two seniors for the Ole Miss Rebels. He'll be in the hot corner at third. Shortstop from Oxford High freshman Gray Kessinger. He is the grandson of Ole Miss legend Don Kessinger. The Kessinger name is back at shortstop for the Rebels. Another Oxford freshman, Thomas Dillard, he's going to be starting in left. Three freshmen make up the starting lineup for Ole Miss. And we'll take a look at the pitching staff. Friday, we'll see David Parkinson on the mound. Saturday, James MacArthur. Sunday, Bradley Fiegel. And the closer, Will Stokes. He made 30 appearances for the Rebels last year. So he basically he wasn't the official closer, but he saw plenty of time in late innings and is an experienced guy who'll be coming in the mound late for the Rebels. And they'll need it this weekend against East Carolina. And let's take a look at this. Women's college basketball, UConn defeats South Carolina 66-55. UConn won its 100th straight game. How do you even wrap your mind around that? 100 straight wins. South Carolina played its guts out against UConn at home and couldn't put up a fight. South Carolina falls to 21-3 on the season. To basketball, today, East Webster, one of the star Lady Wolverines, put the pen to the paper. Adriana Bell signed to continue her career in hoops at Northeast Mississippi Community College. The standout senior is averaging 19 points, 10 boards, and 3 steals per game for the division champ East Webster Lady Wolverines. She spoke today about what that division title means to her and how the Lady Wolverines have progressed this season.
Everything, I feel like our team was better than we were last year. I feel like we work hard. I feel like we dedicated to one another. I feel like we want nobody to give up, and if so, there's one that always encourage the other. I feel like everything is great.
We talk about Proverbs 14:23 here, and it says that hard work brings profit, but mere words lead only to poverty, and Adriana is definitely evidence of that verse is true. She has worked hard since day one, since she's gotten here to be a good player and a good teammate.
Congrats to Adriana, and of course high school hoops continue tomorrow. New Hope and Columbus are hosting district tournament, so I'll be excited. We'll have a couple people over there. We'll have those highlights coming up tomorrow. And going back to it, Tommy, UConn winning 100 straight games. November 17th, 2014, that was the last time UConn could put an L in the win-loss column. So I think I was a junior in college or a sophomore in college. I mean, what are you going to do? Someone beat them, please.
Such
anyone.
a dynasty. Been a great women's basketball season this year in the SEC
It is.
as well.
It is. And South Carolina, as I mentioned, went down to the wire with an 11-point game, but it was much closer than that. Should be an exciting tournament.
Yeah. All right. Tom, thank you very much. Well, a final look at the forecast coming up next.
All right, here's our 7-day forecast. We do have some rain on the way for tomorrow evening. I think the daylight hours on Valentine's Day will be dry, but as you head out to those dinners tomorrow evening, just be aware showers will be approaching, so You'll need the jacket and the umbrella to be on the safe side, then more sun and warmth later this week.
Yeah, we'll keep that in mind. Yeah, really, not a lot of rain after Wednesday.
Just tomorrow night.
Yeah, all right. Okay, thank you very much. Have a great night. Late Show with Stephen Colbert is coming up next.